Hi everybody, welcome! In this video, we are going to be exploring my process of creation. So I am going to be taking my level 5 Conservatory Canada exam. And one thing I can do for this exam is write a composition and bring that in and play it. So this video documents my process in creating and writing and practicing this piece. I didn't actually start documenting my process until about a third of the way through or so. So we kind of start in the middle, but I'm gonna play you the piece up until that point, and that should fill you in on where I get started here. So I hope you enjoy. I really hope you learn something and take something away from this video about the creative process. And hopefully there's stuff in here that you can steal and use in your own songwriting or even script writing or video making or whatever. So thank you so much for being here. Enjoy! Okay, so before we jump into it, let's talk about how this piece started. So really, it just started out as my teacher, my piano teacher, just saying to me, I want you to write a composition and it's going to be a 2-5-1 chord progression. That's it. So you have the minor second 7, the major 5th, dominant 7, down to the major 1-7, right? And in this context, it sounds very mellow and very chill. And as I was playing around with that, I kind of started exploring breaking up the chords a little bit. So taking the first scale degree and the 5th scale degree, so the 1 and the 5, let's say of that minor second. Sounds way different, right? Than right? And so I started doing that and playing around with all of the chords, and I started feeling the syncopated pattern, right? The right, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. And as I was playing around with that syncopated pattern, I started getting this image in my head. It was of these playful, sort of trickster-like, fairy-like beings who are happy and joyous, and they're the kind of spirits that like play pranks on us, you know, like misplace a pen or cause you to like stumble on a rock as you're out walking or whatever. So I love them. I love those little fairy people. So that's the imagery that I started to play around with, and that's what I started using to align the choices I was making with that imagery. And as I went further and further along, I realized this imagery is reminding me of an experience I had. It's a psychedelic experience where a long time ago, I smoked salvia for the first time. For those of you who don't know, salvia is a very potent psychedelic. And I saw these little elf people, and they were trying to grab me and pull me into their world. And I was so scared. I was resisting. I was terrified to get sucked into that world. And eventually I came out of it and I was like really disoriented. I didn't really know what was going on. But that story has stuck with me for a very long time. And I thought, well, why don't I explore that in this piece? So I'll play you up to where I start working on the piece in the video. And so where I'm at now is Here we're kind of stuck in this section here because I feel like this part is really nice. I love this part. Bum, bum, bum. Da 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 da. And then I want like I want to extend that a little bit. Da 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 da. You know, and like hit that really low, like C sharp, to take us into the relative minor, which would be the C sharp minor. So yeah, I want to extend this out. So I think what I need to do is take this. Let's try something like that. Like I really want it to like land, you know, like I want this like big like dome before we like go into the this section here. Could do something like that. No, that's not. No, no, no. Oh, what was that? What the fuck was I playing? You do like moving fifths down in the bass, maybe? It's like, it's so good. It's like da da da. Oh, we can't we can't resolve it. We can't resolve it, right? So it resolves here, right? We want it to resolve there on the one, right? No. C, B, A, G sharp. So that's right. Yeah. Okay, so I think I might adjust something here. I wrote in the score this A and D sharp over this F sharp minor. Right, so I guess we have the 9, right? But this A and D sharp gives us this tritone, right? This really crunchy, and I don't think I want that in this moment. But in context, it sounds kind of nice, doesn't it? Right? You know what? No, I'm gonna keep it. So just like in the first A section, right? The way I'm thinking about this is A1, A2, kind of a bridge, B1, B2. I feel like that's kind of going to be the form of the song. A1, A2, bridge, B1, B2, and some kind of outro probably, because I like outros. So I'm going to follow that same formula from the A2 section in the B2 section. so it's 11:30 in the morning. Mostly just practicing the piece, especially the tricky part of the piece. So I did do a little bit of writing this morning, and I'll put that in, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So basically we're pretty much done. Like, we're really, really close to being done. So I wrote in that last section of the B2 section. It's very similar to what we have going on here in the A2 section, which I must say is probably my favorite part of the whole piece. I love that part. So this part's very similar, but it is different. So in the A1 section, we end on the here, we're landing on the G sharp, right? Which is actually the third of the E major. So it kind of gives us this not full sense of completion, right? We're not landing on the one. We're kind of, I don't know, it's almost like nostalgic to me. And here, we're ending on the one of the C sharp. So the C sharp, which creates that sense of finality. I don't know if that's what I want, but looking at the melody here, right? It just makes sense. You should be included. It just, like, it makes sense looking at the line to have it end, and it's the end of the song, so that makes sense. However, thinking about the metaphor for this piece, which is taking a psychedelic trip, right? On Salvia, these elves pulled me into their world. And we go from kind of this light, whimsical sense of these playful elves to pulling me into their world. And then it's this scary, frightful experience. So we go into this darkness, right? And I feel like the end of the piece kind of needs to reflect this sense of like coming out of the trip. If you've taken psychedelics, but coming out of that trip, you're left kind of disoriented, right? You're left with this sense of almost kind of feeling lost or like reborn, like confused almost, but not quite landed, right? So I think that's key here is that we don't want to land. I don't think we want to land at the end. We want to kind of rise up and kind of float out of this darkness and leave with that sense of not being grounded. So I think I'm going to take that idea, and I think I'm going to kind of rework this end piece, or maybe tack on a little bit more. I'm not sure, but I feel like I don't want to end so final, you know? So I'm going to keep working on that. It's gonna need a lot of practice. well, so there you have it, folks. That's my piece. That's what I'm gonna play for my level 5 exam. I think it turned out cool. I think it turned out nice. It's above my skill level, or I thought it was above my skill level, but it all came together, and I'd say I like how it turned out. I think it's cool. I like the theme. I like the idea that I was exploring. The idea of doing a trip report for a psychedelic experience as a piano piece. I think that's really fun. I think that's really neat. And I think the key takeaway here is that having that theme really helped me pinpoint decisions and make decisions within the piece. And I had fun. I had fun writing this, which is probably the most important thing. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye.